Hi, it's Mitch from PickDawgz.com here with your free pick in the Purdue versus North Texas college basketball matchup in the NCAA Tournament on Friday, March 19th, 2021. PickDawgz.com is our website. We've got free picks in every game every day, so be sure to stop by our website and check them all out. Here on YouTube, I do more free pick videos than anyone, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to subscribe to our premium YouTube picks. You can click on the link in the description of this video to find out how to get our premium YouTube picks. But let's get to this one between Purdue and North Texas. Purdue is 7.5-point favorite here over the Mean Green, who have been tough customers against the number for quite a few years, 15-9-1 against the number this season. And, you know, the thing about North Texas is that they really didn't have that great of a start to the season. In fact, in their conference tournament, they got very little respect all the way up to that point. Meanwhile, Purdue 18-9 on the season and 7-3 in their last 10 games, playing in the Big Ten. Of course, we know that they've played in against some tough customers all the way, losing in the conference tournament to Ohio State 87-78. That game went to overtime before Purdue fell to Ohio State. But it had been a while since February 11th was the last time Purdue lost before that. That was at Minnesota, a struggling Minnesota team. But, in hindsight, or in all fairness, or however you want to say, realistically, Purdue probably caught the softest end of the Big Ten schedule in their last 10 games overall. It was Minnesota, Maryland, which was a loss, Northwestern, Minnesota again, Michigan State, who's a play-in team, Nebraska, Penn State, Wisconsin, who's in as a 9 seed in this tournament, Indiana, and Ohio State. So really, with the Big Ten having so many tournament teams, but Purdue down the stretch having to play very few of them. Now, that being said, it's not like they didn't play them over the course of the season, and they did. But their record against those teams not as strong as it was against some of the others. So I think that's what we're up against here, is trying to figure out if Purdue is as good as their record, or if the record is somewhat inflated, and I think it's just a little bit inflated. North Texas, certainly no dream team either. They had lost to Marshall, got swept by UAB in those back-to-back games, then they bounced back with a win in the opening round of the tournament against Middle Tennessee as a 16-point favorite, covered there, and then beating Old Dominion as a 4.5-point favorite, Louisiana Tech as a 1.5 favorite, and Western Kentucky, who we saw win the other night against St. Mary's as a 2-point dog, beating them outright in overtime 61-57. Now, the thing about North Texas that we know is that even when they go down swinging, and that's what I always appreciate as a sports bettor, is that you don't necessarily need to win the game to win. And that is really what I think a lot of sports bettors forget. And, you have the time of year right now in March, and, it's like the Super Bowl, or, this is really one of the big ones, right? Is this one, March Madness, and then you have the Super Bowl. But there are just a few events out there, Kentucky Derby, where people who generally don't bet are betting, and you have a lot of those people. So what happens when those people bet that don't bet a lot is that they kind of just don't understand the way that point spreads work and how it all ties in, and how the difference between winning and winning by 7.5 points is a totally different animal, no matter how much better you think a team is than another team, especially in a tournament scenario like this, where there is no tomorrow. There is no, we'll get them next time. Next time for some of these guys is never. For some of these guys, this is the last organized basketball game they'll ever play. And, let alone college basketball. And that's just the way that it works. And that's what makes March Madness great. And it's games like this. North Texas 5-0 against the number in these neutral site games. And, they've covered in the last 4 games in a row. Meanwhile, Purdue, they're going to have solid trends too. 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. 5-1 against the spread as a neutral site favorite. The thing about this one is I think that North Texas puts up the good fight here. We've seen Purdue take care of business time and time again. They're a well-coached team, and that's what well-coached teams do. But, I don't think they're a great team, and good teams win. Great teams cover. I don't think Purdue is a great team. I don't think they cover. I'm going to take North Texas here in the points, and that's going to be my free pick. A little bit of a public play, I have to say. I think that I think what we're seeing is a little bit of a public percentage here. 59% of the bets are on North Texas and just 23% of the money. And generally that would indicate that the sharp money is on Purdue. But what we're seeing here is a dropping line that opened at 8 and is now at 7.5. So kind of counterintuitive to that logic. So even though it looks to be a public dog from our sample, it might actually not be. So that's going to be my free pick is North Texas. Of course, if you're looking for my best bets, the games I like the best, the ones I'm betting today, the ones I'm most confident, those are the ones you find on our website. You go to the main menu, click on the Premium Picks tab. You'll find my best bets as well as best bets from some of the other top handicappers in the world. Looking for more free picks? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us on our live shows every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We give out tons of free picks on those shows, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and join us.